Do you know what the secret about money is that's mentioned in all finance books? From the daring exploits of risk-seeking visionaries to challenging traditional wisdom, in today's video, we'll cover 7 eye-opening keys to success that can unlock doors to uncharted financial possibilities. Look out for number 6. It will completely change how you've been thinking about money up until now. 1. You create your own luck. Becoming successful is not a stroke of luck. Any successful person will agree that there is no such thing as a stroke of luck. Before understanding what luck is, let's look at luck from the reverse perspective. Have you ever read any news on how many flights successfully reached their destinations? But have you read all about that one plane that crashed? No one talks about the 99 planes that land safely, but only the one that crashes. Similarly, when we look at success, we only think of the one great move that made Thomas Edison the greatest inventor of all time. But how many of us know the number of times he failed before finally inventing the light bulb? Not once, not twice, but 10,000 times. The millionaire next door very intricately points out, in reality, luck is not a coin flip, or one good hand of cards that will grab you the ticket to the Titanic. It's a crazy adventure of bold moves and bouncing back. It's like being the hero in your own epic tale. Both Elon Musk, the risk wizard, and Richard Branson, the thrill-seeking legend, failed in their space adventures many times before successfully launching them. So if you too want to become successful, don't think of getting it right the first time. Don't wait for that one stroke of luck. The journey to the top is all about dodging curveballs. Not every move will be perfect, but persistent action and audacious decisions will lead you to that one brilliant plot twist. 2. Don't live below your means. Have you ever heard people telling you to spend less and save more? Robert Kiyosaki will beg to differ. In his book Second Chance, Kiyosaki gives a completely counterintuitive view of spending and saving, but surprisingly, it makes much more sense. Don't get us wrong, there's nothing wrong with being frugal, but there's a limit to it. It won't get you where you want to be. It will only help you survive. So instead of wasting time and energy on pinching pennies, focus on expanding your income. Break free from the I can't afford it mindset and start asking, how can I afford it? Oprah Winfrey exemplifies this philosophy of turning challenges into stepping stones for greater financial abundance. She rose from wearing potato sacks to being the media mogul we know her as today. She leveraged her skills and resources to afford the lifestyle many only could dream of, and at no point she thought of giving up. She was fired from 3 TV shows before finally landing up with a show that was later revamped as The Oprah Winfrey Show, because people came only to see her. So instead of settling for less, strive for more. It's not about deprivation, but about creating opportunities to live the life you crave. 3. Get rich young. Have you ever wondered why we are never taught about money in school when we are young and fresh? It's because schools teach us about how to be a good resource to someone else and make them rich. This is why Robert Kiyosaki's words haunt us in our sleep. Go to school, get a job, pay your taxes, and die poor. And we stay stuck in the rat race all our lives. That's exactly what the Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco advocates against. It urges us to stop playing the long game and aim for the fast lane. Think about money from a very young age and how you can make more of it. It's high time we give up the traditional save a little, accumulate a million approach, because $1 million at 60 is not worth much when you're old and feeble. Warren Buffett started investing when he was 11 and he was a millionaire by 30 years of age. Bill Gates was only 26 and Zuckerberg only 22 when they became millionaires. So instead of boggling your mind with conflicting thoughts that money is the root of all evil, seize the present and design a life where financial independence meets youthful vigor. 4. Master the money game. We all want to get rich young, but are we all able to? Ever wondered why your answer is a big, fat no? The reason is most of us don't understand money. Just like a game of Monopoly, in the game of money, you have to first understand the rules before acing it. But very few of us try to do that. The biggest barrier to our money learning is that we think it's too complicated. But Wall Street is complicated only because the portfolio managers and financial advisors make it seem so. Your personal finances are pretty simple. You don't have to think about the world economy to do well in that. Nick Majuli's Just Keep Buying also advocates this. In the book, Nick narrates the story of Betty Badluck, who invests in the market just before each of the biggest collapses of all time. Just before Saddam Hussein's Kuwait invasion, Russian debt default, the 9/11 attack, and the 2008 financial crisis. But even so, her tiny $3,500 portfolio 5x'd itself after factoring in all these massive losses. But chances are, your portfolio won't face such extraordinary circumstances. So the rule of the money game is simple. Buy assets and hold them. Don't panic and exit the market. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. 5. Pick assets over liabilities. Another important finance rule that stems out of the previous point is to prioritize, in layman's terms, pocket fillers over pocket drainers. Things that pump money into your pockets. Warren Buffett exemplifies this rule. Buffett's investing playbook says that rather than splurging on liabilities, channel resources into ventures or assets that contribute to your financial growth. To give you an example, debt can be an asset or a liability. If you use it to buy rental real estate, it puts money into your pocket and leverages you to accumulate wealth. But if you use it to buy Lamborghinis, you keep making car payments for eternity and spiral into a never-ending debt trap. It's not just about spending less, but about investing smartly, cultivating financial literacy, and letting your money work for you. 6. Be a Jew about money. When it comes to money, learn from the experts, the Jews. Jews teach their children to diversify their money from a very young age. They call it the 5 jars discipline, where the first jar contains the money earmarked for religious activities, the second for helping the poor, the third for your savings, the fourth for your expenses, and the fifth for investing in businesses. As a rule, Jews earmark 10% of their income for investing in promising business opportunities. Even the richest man in Babylon advocates this idea. The overarching message it propagates is to approach wealth building with a diversified strategy to ensure long-term financial stability. While it may seem conservative, in reality it encourages calculated risk-taking. It motivates you to look for wealth-generating opportunities and invest in businesses with the money earmarked for it. It inculcates the mindset of what's the worst that can happen if you take risks. At max, you will lose 10% of your income. But if the business venture picks up, there won't be an upper limit to your earning potential. And the end result is in front of us. Steven Spielberg, Mark Zuckerberg, and Michael Bloomberg are all Jews. All are risk takers, and all are billionaires. 7. Money has its costs too. To become a boxer of Muhammad Ali's caliber, you must invest hours in the gym sculpting your body. Aspiring to be a heart surgeon demands years of rigorous study. Achieving mastery as a musician involves daily and lifelong practice. So why do we think of overnight success when it comes to business and finance? Why do we expect money to flow in rapidly? Consider Amazon. Jeff Bezos spent years expanding and diversifying its offerings. Amazon's tremendous success didn't happen overnight, but resulted from consistent hard work, innovation, and long-term vision. His journey exemplifies the principle that significant achievements, including financial success, often require sustained effort and time. Therefore, before we dive into the thought of starting a business, we need to understand the 3 costs that go into it: hard work, dedication, and time. It's not an overnight feat, but an investment, which Darren Hardy very crisply explains in his book, The Compound Effect. Hardy's philosophy mirrors the idea that starting a successful business venture is like a marathon, not a sprint. You need to be comfortable with the slow progress, because the time and effort invested now will compound into significant financial gains in the future in the form of intergenerational wealth.